This video is about how to train for longevity. Living longer is something we all hope for, but the problem is living long is not enough, especially if it means struggling to move, sickness, depending on other people, then it's not really worth it. But what if I told you that it doesn't have to be that way? Many people have already proven that it can be in our control. But what kind of training is sustainable to keep moving gracefully till the end? We all know that training is healthy and essential to staying in shape. But in today's world, we're bombarded with fitness advices. Everyone seems to have found shortcuts and hacks to health. But true longevity isn't about hacks. Today, I'll share 3 pillars of training for longevity that anyone can follow. Let's go. Mobility keeps your body moving as it should. Losing it can make simple tasks like bending forward much harder. Use it or lose it. If you look at the shoulder, for example, it's designed to move freely overhead. And kids can do that with ease. But losing shoulder mobility is common as we age. Our everyday movement often requires us to lift our arms to shoulder height on. Without regular overhead motion, we gradually lose that ability. Joints can stay healthy with simple and regular movement. It doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming. Yoga, for example, is a popular method. It's slow and controlled. You stretch your muscles, but also help lubricate your joints by guiding them through their complete range. Dancing is another good option. There are many training methods that promote good joint mobility through their full ranges of motion. At the end, it's important to find something you enjoy doing because the probability of sticking with it is much higher when you find it fun. Just make sure to move frequently and with a wide variety of movements. I've made a 5-minute body prep and the link is in the description. The next pillar is body strength through resistance training, which focuses on muscle strength, hypertrophy, and endurance. These 3 components work together to keep your body functional as you age. There are some overlaps, but we're not going to cover them today. Maybe in some of the next videos. First, we have strength, which is simulated with 1 to 5 reps at high intensity. Then we have hypertrophy, which ranges between 8 and 15 reps and moderate intensity. And finally, endurance, stimulated from very high reps and low intensity. The strength response is only developed through high intensity, low rep training only, usually with load bearing exercises like deadlift, squat, and presses. Strength training emphasizes neural adaptations, allowing the body to generate more power with existing muscle tissues. It also stimulates increased bone density as well as stronger ligaments, tendons, and joints. The hypertrophy response can be developed at any range, as long as the sets are performed close to failure. While 8 to 15 reps are often recommended, it's not because this range is exclusive to hypertrophy. It's simply because it's more convenient. We're not going to go too deep into that, maybe in a future video. Hypertrophy primarily focuses on muscle growth and can contribute to increased bone density and has a moderate impact on joint ligaments and tendons. And finally, the endurance response is developed through high-rep, low-intensity training only, like sets over 20 reps. It improves muscular stamina, enhances recovery, builds resilience to repetitive stress, and has a very low impact on joint, ligament, and tendons. The key to an overall strong body is to incorporate these 3 components in your training. But for longevity, it's important to follow these cycling principles. Begin each cycle with lighter loads and leave a few reps in reserve. This phase is an opportunity to focus on proper technique while easing your body into the training. Each week, increase the difficulty by adding more weight, volume, or intensity, while reducing the reps you leave in reserve. The cycle culminates in a high-intensity week, leaving little to no reps in reserve. This phase should be the most challenging. Follow the peak weeks with recovery or deload phase before starting the cycle again. By repeating this process, you can continue building and maintaining a strong body. The hardest part is probably the weeks where you have to lift and leaving some in the tank, thinking that you could lift more. But remember, training for longevity means we want to avoid burnouts. Continuously pushing to the limit in every session is definitely not sustainable. And finally, the last pillar is stamina. A strong heart, the most important muscle in our body. Cardiovascular training is key to longevity. It strengthens your heart, boosts circulation, and improves oxygen delivery to your body. A mix of steady-state activities like walking or cycling and high-intensity intervals is the best approach. Basically, try to find an activity that gets you out of breath a few times a week. This is critical for staying active and healthy as you age. If you're already focusing on one of these three pillars, you're already making a huge investment in your health and longevity. But combining them can unlock even more benefits. For example, if you already do resistance training, adding some cardio and mobility can bring even greater benefits. If your focus is joint health, incorporating cardio and strength work can significantly improve your functionality. And if all you do is long cardio sessions, introducing strength and mobility will be very beneficial. Many activities combine these components, and the most important is to find something you enjoy. At the end of the day, training in any form is highly valuable, but balancing all three pillars will optimize your health. Well, that's it for today, you guys. Thank you for watching, and remember to give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Bye.